Okay, so this is Sword Art Online, what is it, Legend or something like that? So it looks like your typical auto-passing, browser-based game, and you would be 100% correct. But this is absolutely one of the better ones. So, right off the bat, this is themed like Sword Art Online, right? The anime, the very popular anime. It was probably a manga before that. Yeah, so you can see, I picked Kirito, of course, the hero, the god of whatever this world is called. What is this world called? Wait, is it just Sword Art Online? I guess so. So I'm going, there's not much to say gameplay-wise, I'm going to be running back and forth between quest givers and, whatever monster I need to slay. So it's pretty much, that's the same in that regard. But I rather like how good this game looks. That's pretty much the thing I'm going to be focusing on, I guess. Even though there's not really a whole lot to say about it. It just looks good. I think it just looks good. Also, I think it's hilarious, like, the names they give these iconic characters from the show. Like that, what was that guy's name? The red-haired samurai that you meet, like, in episode 1. You know what? I actually can't remember his name. But it definitely wasn't Fu in Kozan Leader or something like that. Was it like Alex? No, it wasn't like Alex or anything like that. But that's not his name. Oh yeah, and then you got bald-faced man, axe mercenary. I don't remember his name either. But it's definitely not veteran axe wielder. He's the blacksmith store owner guy, right? No, he owns a bar, but that's in real life. And then this guy, that was the guy in like the second episode or so, who died to the boss because he was so greedy. And that's how Kirito got his black coat. Was it his black coat? It was his first black coat, I think. And then he upgraded to another. Oh god, I can't even remember. I feel like it's fresh on the mind, and yet not, because I watched it like 2 years ago. I think what it was is that I watched season 1 like in a weekend, and then didn't touch it for a year, and then just watched season 2 episode by episode. So it feels like it's recent when it's actually not. Season 2, man, was so awful. And then that guy's called the Fang King. That guy was like, "Oh, you're a beater. Why? Why didn't you tell anybody?" And then Kirito's got his like badass line, like, "Yeah, I'm a beater. Don't come after me. I'm a loner." This game does well to incorporate a lot of the characters you see in the show, even if it's just as quest givers. It's kind of neat to be able to see it. And also, a lot of the monsters are, I'm not certain the monsters you see are actually... Some of them are definitely from the show, but others, it seems like they just pick generic, looks, like a centaur. Oh yeah, this lady. Berserk Healer. It's like they look at the character model and they're like, she has a sword, she looks pretty agile, but at the same time, she's a woman. That means she has to be a healer, right, guys? I know her name. She's Asuna. Oh, speaking of which, right, so in season 1, alright, I'm gonna go off into a little rant here, since there's absolutely nothing going on in this game. In season 1, right, she is like this badass lone wolf, or not necessarily lone wolf. She's like she was like, I'm hesitant to say a strong, independent woman that don't need no man, because it's so, cliche, but that's exactly what she was. And I love that. I love that she was, this strong female lead character, right? That was able to take care of herself. I think she had a moment in the series where she was... A moment in the first season, or first half of the season, I should say. I completely forgot the first half. That the first season is broken up into 2 halves, which is another rant for another day. So in the first half of the season, you know, she was pretty. She was you know, she was strong. She could handle herself. And then in the second half of the season, they're like, you know what? We created this great character. Let's just take that and then throw it in the garbage. And then not just that, but to light it on fire because they completely ruined her character in the second half of the first season by making her the very generic stereotype, trope, cliche. I don't know how many other words I can throw in there, but they completely ruined her character by making her the princess, the damsel in distress, and that's really unfortunate. And then second season, she was like, they brought it back a little bit by giving her her own storyline with the cancer kid or whatever it was. But it never returned to how great she was in the first half season. But anyway, so that's enough of that. So, you know, I'm struggling just to, like, find something to actually say about this game that is not already been said or that you can't already see very plainly. It's, you autopath, you know, across this world. I don't think this world is particularly... I don't think it looks a lot like Sword Art Online's kind of style. I think it's mostly in the character models and some of the UI elements. But yeah, I mean, if you like these browser games, these autopathing games, I'd say you don't even have to like Sword Art Online to like this this game. I think it looks really good. Like, I really hate it when I hate the faux 3D that a lot of these kind of games do, or the very low frames of animation. I think this has a good amount of frames of animation. The sound design is okay. They repeat a lot, like the same exact clip of Kirito's voice actor going like hip, hoop, or no, it's not even hip, hoop. It's hip, 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 hip. So it's kind of like, if you have the sound playing, it does kind of get annoying. But as you'll see at the end of this, they actually have a really nice soundtrack. I wonder, I doubt that you can, but if you can adjust the sound mixing to lower the voices and increase the music, then you actually have something pretty nice there. And you just have this, you know, playing on a second screen or something while you do homework or, you know, whatever. And I think this is definitely a pretty good one. And it's cool to see all these different characters in this game world, even though they're just skins. There's like next to no story or, you know, lore tidbits or anything like that. I wish they would have put a little bit more effort into recognizing and implementing the source material in a more cohesive way or in a more interesting way. Like, just the fact that they, like, if you call that guy Fang King, whatever, I don't even recall him having an actual name in the series, but to call, you know, Asuna the one of the main characters of the entire series, Berserker Healer, which isn't even accurate, like, in the slightest. It's just, it seems like a slap in the face. Like, you're gonna create this game and invest all this money and time, and you're not even gonna figure out, you're not even gonna look up the Wikipedia entry of the Sword Art Online to figure out what her name is. Like, come on. So that's pretty lame. But this is like a boss battle. This is where the soundtrack really kicks in. But that's Sword Art Online Legends. It's alright. It's one of the better browser-based autopathers. Thanks for watching.